So this time, request for Stephen. Once again, thank you so much for your patience and thank you so much for your kindness. For anyone that wants to request any type of videos, whether it be a topic, tier list, ranking, review, movie review, re-review, thought streams, commentaries, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box. I'll get to as soon as I possibly can. So thank you for that. And this is for the Pact II from 2014. Now, I did review the first film. I didn't mind it for what it was. I thought it was okay. That was a time waster because I thought the lead girl, Katie Lotz, did a very good, capable job. I liked her as the lead. It was a quaint little mystery that I was intrigued to see where it was going, and did not do too many egregious things. And it was a slow burn, but I was interested enough to see where it was going. Should be more like this, but it's too. This film was so dog shit. First and foremost, they overcomplicate the plot, which is one of the things that was nice about the first one, is they kept it a very simple, non-egregious plot with didn't have a ton of stuff going on to overcomplicate it. This does it to a point at times it seems a bit confusing. The acting wasn't bad. Like Casper Van Dien, I'm not a big fan of the actor. But I mean, it was there. And I thought the lead girl did a good job in the first. And it's mostly her show. This, Camilla Laddington, I guess she's the voice of Lara Croft in the Tomb Raider reboot game that came out in 2013. I never played that game. I can only assume she did a better job in that than this, because this... Although, if that came out in 2013, that means she did this after that job. But she seemed shitty in this. I don't know how she is in the game, but she is shitty in this. Because I didn't think her reactions felt natural, and at times she felt a bit wooden. Seemed a bit wooden, I should say. Wooden. Okay, maybe not that wooden, but semi-wooden. She's a crime scene cleanup gal. She cleans up the blood and the brains and the whatever the hell's in the crime scenes. While she's doing this FBI guy, and I'm sitting there going, I recognize this FBI guy. If you ever seen the movie Speed with Keanu Reeves, you remember the elevator sequence at the opening. The people in the elevator, trapped in the elevator, if you remember, there's a guy that named Bob who pushes the button, and then the other guy goes, I'm glad you pushed it. People would not know, oh, shut up. And then later when the elevator stops, Bob, which button did you touch? That guy, Bob, at the front of the elevator, that's the FBI guy. He was totally miscast. Because you need either like a gruff FBI guy or a voice with a stature. This guy did not fit at all. He didn't fit. He just... I don't know how to put it. He had a voice that you didn't feel any amount of authority from. You didn't feel any sense of old status or stature from. He's a guy that would have been part of either tech support or maybe a medical examiner. I just didn't buy him with this FBI guy. I don't think he did that great of a job acting either. The lead has a boyfriend. Officer might as well be Dewey or Doofus. Officer Doofus. I didn't give a shit about anybody in this movie. I think the cast, the characters were really lame compared with the first one. And now there's a copycat killer of the Judas killer from the first one. So the FBI guy is trying to figure out what's going on. And the way this is all tied into our lead, Camilla, is that her character, June, you find out that her biological mother was Glick, the girl who died in the first movie, who was the spirit that was messing with the lead girl and trying to contact her. It was her spirit trying to, and she was the spirit in the first movie, who was the victim of the Judas killer. So June's mom, biological, finds out she's been killed, and then she gets mad at her fake mom. Why didn't you tell me? I bet you just wanted, so you want me to take care of you. And I'm like, well, wouldn't you have been like 5 years old, or how the fuck? So how you don't take care of her? Then she keeps having these dreams of the skinny, bald man, which in the first film, the reason he worked fine is because you didn't know he was a thing unless maybe one or two little dream bits until the third act of the movie. And there was the reveal and he's in shadow. And then when you get full for, okay, it's a reveal. You're there at the finale. You could, okay, he's a killer and he looks a bit weird, but it is what it is. It works fine for that film. He's not some Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees type of killer that you could stake a franchise on. Because he doesn't talk. He has no personality. I wouldn't say he has a distinct look. He doesn't have a distinct way of contacting or killing or anything. I mean, I know they say he decapitates, but you don't see him do that. And he just looks a lot less scary because they show him a lot more in these lousy dream sequences. And it feels like this film has a lot more cheap jump scares. The first one had a couple. This one felt like they upped the ante with cheap jump scares, which I don't find that. I find more annoying than anything. So now our character June is trying to find out who killed her fake mom and why is she being contacted, why is she being affected by these dreams and what's going on. And ultimately contacts and ultimately talks with the lead from the first movie, Annie, played by Katie Lotz. She comes in 49 minutes in the movie. 49 minutes. Heavy spoilers. She dies 20 minutes later. She fucking, yep, they kill her off in a lame, lousy as fuck way. So one of the things I actually liked in the first film, you bring her in for a quick paycheck. She's just there to talk with the lead girl, June. They contact that blind psychic girl in the first, and she just goes, "No, I can't help you. We're moving." I'm wondering, wait a minute, at the end of the first movie, Annie, the character from that, is taking care of a little girl now. Because her sister died in that movie, and she left this daughter. So Annie is taking care of this girl, this daughter. Where is she now? I swear to God they never mention her. If they did, I apologize. I just was blanking out. I was bored out of my mind. But if I didn't blank out, they didn't talk about her. So was she just left with some babysitter while you go play Columbo with another killer? That may lead back to this girl being in danger too? It's just weird. Like, that's a big part of the ending of the first, and you just completely... Granted, this is done by different director, different writers. So maybe they forgot that little detail. I don't think it's a little detail, but I guess they forgot that little detail that, yeah, she adopted his daughter. We're not going to fucking mention that little girl again. I did. If they did, I apologize, and I just completely missed it, but they didn't make it much of a big deal. Or they should hone in on why she willing to help when here's someone she needs to take care of. It's like, mind your own fucking, deal with your own shit. I got shit to deal with. But no. Really, the lead girl, I mean, the lead from the previous film is there. Annie is there to do a seance, get some info, goes to a place by herself, takes some pictures, sees someone's coming, closes the door, the knife goes through the door to stab her. She staggers, she sends these photos to June, and she dies. What a lame dud fuck of an ending to that character. And I think you get the idea she was decapitated later. But whatever. So fucking stupid. You did not even need the character in this movie. But that just makes, the first film just seem a bit nothing now. She was able to survive all this and do all this, and then she just killed this way. I don't know why sequel. I mean, I know there's sequels I like that have done that. Elm Street 4, The Dream Master. But I wouldn't say that was my favorite part of the movie. But goddamn, man. And it's literally 20 minutes later. Just 49 minutes she comes in. An hour and 9 minutes she gets the fuck out. Hope they paid her well. That was just lame. I thought that was really stupid. Then our lead girl June realizes that the victim of the copycat killer worked with this erotic photo business. Tries to find out who took those photos. There's thoughts of maybe the FBI guy's the killer, which you never buy. You know it's a big red herring. And lo and behold, the boyfriend, who's an officer, he's the killer. And this lame, lackluster cat-mouse chase. And something about, I was chosen by the Judas killer, his spirit, because we need to be together and also to turn you into a killer. And I'm like, well, why isn't Judas just contacting this girl and trying to turn her into a killer himself? Why is he trying to get you to do it? But for some reason now also the both of you think you don't turn this lady into a killer to continue the Judas killer's legacy. Because you find out that I think the Judas killer is her father. Sure, this lame cat and mouse, she kicks him down the stairs. Comes in with a bat, hits him in the head, kills him, saves the FBI guy. At some time later, and then she gets a call from the psychic lady going, I got a call from Annie. I guess the dead girl spirit. She says it's starting again. Be careful. I can't talk to you anymore. Hangs up the phone. June is confused, and then in the background you see that bald-headed fucking Judas killer ghost is still watching her. So what, he's going to just keep trying to seduce people and they're trying to turn you into a killer or kill you or what the fuck? Even the poster is stupid. I mean, look at the poster. It's like, let's take the face out of the wall from the first one, but then we just have a girl going, ah, that's fucking stupid, fucking dumb, man. Sometimes these bad movies, you beat my fucking brain cells, man. This film was boring This film meandered. I didn't care about the actors. I thought they did piss poor jobs. Killing off the girl from the first film in the almost pointless part. I said almost, as oh, she did the pictures and sent the pictures. The motivations, the fucking. There's not like a gore or anything. I mean, there wasn't much in the first film, but even then, it's not really much of that. The cheapo jump scares where there's more of. The inconclusive ending because they thought they were going to get a fucking third film. Which who gives a shit about? This spirit villain is. He's not a franchisable character. I don't know why they thought it was the case. And you only needed one film. You didn't need a damn sequel. Sorry I lost it there for a minute, but goddamn, sometimes these bad movies stack up, you just lose it. You lose it. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care. I don't know what else to say other than this movie's dog shit. This movie sucks. Once again, my thoughts from the first film. Why, if these ghosts can contact you, why can't they do this, this, and this? Because obviously they can, in the first one, can throw people around and do other shit, so why can't they do shit at this point, or this point, or this point? Just whenever it's convenient for the fucking story. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now. Ciao.